Hello everyone, this is Daniel with Coin Help You YouTube channel, and today I want to discuss whether you should send your Morgans off for grading or not. We're going to do a little bit of studying on cement state and high AU. I got a couple examples I want to show you. A lot of people want to send off and they want to get that 66, 67 grade, or they've got an 84S or an 83S or a 97S or 88S. And all those coins, when it hits the AU58 mark, they start increasing in value dramatically. And then you've also got a lot of eBay sellers, and they'll have coins that are obviously AU. And they'll have lighting blaring off of them, or they'll have details on the feathers, and they'll hype it all up in the point where you think you're getting maybe even a mint state coin or a high AU58. And sell it for a couple $300, and it's not even worth, you know, the 50 bucks or 60 bucks because of the fact that it's cleaned. So I'm going to show you some examples, and we'll get right to it. Here's an 88S, for example. And this coin, you can see, as I've talked in the other videos about clean coins, there's little reflection. The surface of this coin absorbs the light, so that's a telltale sign that it's cleaned. I could turn it in the light for you a little bit here. And the problem with this is, I mean, you can mask it. I mean, I can make it look like a pretty decent coin. There's a focus there. If I wanted to, and I could sell on eBay and call it BUMS. Look at that cheek. You know, I could do all kinds of little things and play games with it. Don't fall for that, folks. Don't fall for thinking you're going to get a good deal, or you're going to get a lottery coin doing that. You're going to lose more money than you're going to make. Sellers like that rely on people losing money, not making money. Now here's the reverse of it. The tail feathers, there's some details there, but it's not full tail feathers. It's clean. Now it is AU details. Coins like this start at $100 in G4 in the retail. They'll go all the way up to you know, $200, $300 if you get an AU58 or MS60 coin. Now, one thing about these, the 84S is one of those coins, when it looks like this and you stick it up there on eBay like that and you make it look like it's mint state, someone's going to come along and they're going to buy that coin. It's sad because that's not a proper way of taking photographs of a coin. That's taking advantage of someone. An 84S, an 83S, and those are a couple of coins that really increase in value. It's not the only ones. So then we're going to start off. This is a coin that you probably would send into grading. It might be a good idea to even get it in that details holder. See if this coin's focused a little bit. This is a 79S. PCS graded at MS62. Now you can see, try to get at the lighting on it here, you can see the marks, they're pretty heavy on the cheek. You know, as you go around you can turn it. As you're grading these Morgan dollars, you want to turn them at all angles, all directions, with all light directions, because you're going to reveal some things that you don't see if you look at it straight on or at a certain angle. And that's what the graders are going to do. They're going to look at this coin. They might not even use magnification. You don't typically need it with a Morgan. It's so large. I've heard that they don't use much magnification, if at all, on larger coins. But they give you an idea. It has, you know, original luster. It's a nice coin. It's a little bit better of a date. And on the back here, you know, it looks like to me that the coin was brightened at one time and there's some type of residue on it. Maybe it wasn't cleaned off all the way. But PCS doesn't always penalize a coin for that, as far as making it clean, because just a little residue from something. It could be something else altogether. Next, we'll go to an MS63 example, and this one's graded by NGC. As you can see, there's not going to be a whole lot of differences in these coins sometimes when you see them graded. You're not going to see a large variant. Sometimes you will. Sometimes you'll see a large difference in the coins. And a lot of times you won't. And even in between, because I'm going to show you a few different in the same or different holders here, so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You know, these are pretty close, but to me, this 63, this 85O is comparable to the 79S that I just showed you here. And try to focus on it here. You know, when you look at this coin,
You know, it's not much different than the 79S we just looked at. The PCGS put 63 on it.
And this is the battle that you fight when you're talking about mint state coins. It is very difficult to discern sometimes why they would grade one 63 and why they would grade another one 63 and then one that's 62 that looks the same. These two coins to me look the same. Matter of fact, the 85O might be a little bit worse. And one of the things about the cheek is a focal area. That is one area you want cleaned. And sometimes the area that is marked up is just kind of a little bit lower on it. Now, I got a couple more here, 64s I want to show you. And that way you can compare those as well. We'll try to go back and forth a little bit, but I don't want to get it confused here. These are two mint state 63 coins right here. And I was comparing it to this 62. This is mint state 62. And as you can see, this 63 here is comparable. And like I said, you always want to turn the coin in all the different directions to see what I'm talking about. Okay. They're all original coins. They're nice coins. You know, they do have nice eye appeal to them for what they are. They just have the what they call train track marks on them. So now we're going to go to 64 next, and these are all NGC 64s. This is
Pretty nice 64 here. I guess to me it looks more like a 63. It amazes me when you see enough coins like I do. And I don't see as many coins as the big dealers. Maybe I study them a little harder. You know, and then you got the reverse. A lot of people think, well, this is on the reverse, so this is going to take away. You know, you're looking at contact marks. The focal area where the contact marks are at is important. It's also important how large they are, but it's also important how many of the small ones there are, because sometimes you'll have a lot of ticks and things in the fields. So anyways, this one here is the 85O
mint state 64.
Then we're going to put in the 81S. 81S's are known for real good strikes. Now this is an example of a coin that is original. Okay, mint state 64. It actually looks better than a 64. It looks like some 65s. This is actually a coin that has a little depth in the field, and this is known for 81S's. This one's probably going to be, as far as the die is kind of losing the polish, where those are a lot of proof like 81S's, and as they struck, and it could have been just the way they finished this die, you know, that struck this coin. So either way, I'm not going to try to call it, but it's going to be one of those that can confuse people about when it being clean coins and all. So there's that, and then we've also got one here that's from ICG, and this one here, they graded. You can try to guess the grade before I reveal it. But anyways, they graded it mint state 65. A lot of people are going to say, nope, that's not 65. It's got too many marks on the cheek. It's got marks in the fields. I can't disagree. Yeah, but people bring these coins in and they expect to get 65 money out of them. And, you know, it's hard to pay that because you don't know how people are going to respond to it. I mean, it is a nice looking coin. It's fairly clean. But 65 status is, to me, that's a little liberal.
And then here is another coin, and this one's graded by PCGS,
and it's graded mint state 65.
And it's a little older holder, but it's not the green label.
But the coin's luster it's really nice. It has that frosty luster to it, as you can see in it.
But it's also got
marks on the cheek. Not too comfortable with.
I mean, I guess maybe you get too picky. A lot of times you hear people say that you've got plus grades and you've got medium and then you've got the low end. So basically you got for each grade point, like from mint state 60, you've got minus, normal, and plus. I've seen a lot of coins that didn't get the plus grade that I thought was plus for that grade point. We don't see it a lot because you're talking about tripling the amount of grades we have. I don't think that's beneficial to the hobby. I just think that
what would be most beneficial is that each coin to 65 looks 65. And the same with 64. I know there's going to be some areas where it's kind of like, well, is it this or is it that, and what factors are we going to use to determine it? I think at that point you almost need to get computers involved in it. I think a computer is going to see it differently. I think they're going to see it exactly the way it's supposed to be seen each time. It's not going to be a big change or difference. I hope these are in focus for you to see. Anyways, like I said, this here is a mint state 65. Or PCGS, and they compare it to an ICG. Yeah, and I see this a lot. I see some cleaner cheeks on some of them you don't, and it just depends. Anyways, I hope that this helped you a little bit with grading coins. Maybe if you send off your Morgans or not. You want to make sure you pay attention to the focal area, which is the cheek, but you also want to look in the fields here. If you can get a fairly clean cheek and you can get at least the amount of marks in the fields as possible, you're going to get a gem grade for the coin. We just got a 66 back, but that's after looking for a while at the coin shows. I mean, it takes a while to find high grade coins, and sometimes you don't get the grade that you want to get.
So as always, I thank everybody for watching my video. I hope that you learned a little bit more about grading Morgan dollars and whether you should send a coin off or not. How easy it is to be fooled by a coin that has been cleaned with using lighting. These are all important things to learn. You need to know this if you're going to buy Morgan dollars and send them off for grading or put back as an investment. I wanted to cover the basics on it. There's a lot more details. I mean, I haven't even touched VAMs. I haven't even touched on the lower grades, as far as anything AU under, but I just wanted to cover the mint states. So please subscribe to my video. I'm gaining subscribers and momentum, and I appreciate everybody that subscribed to my video. And also share it and like it and comment. I appreciate everybody watching, and to all my subscribers and future subscribers, thank you and have a great day.